dear students. Welcome to the English class. Thought for the day. Self-confidence is the key to every success. So don't lose your self-confidence at any time, anywhere else. In this video, I'm going to teach you tenses. Before we move into the tense forms, let us know the basic things. Tense is a grammar term in English language. The word tense is derived from the Latin word tensus, which means time. So tenses show the time. In tenses, the verbs are very important because they show the time. The tense is a form of a verb takes to show the time of an action or event in a sentence. There are three main tenses: the present, the past, the future. And each of the three tenses has four forms, and they are simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. So, my dear students, how many tenses are there? Only three main tenses are there, and these three tenses are yet converted into four other forms: simple, continuous, and perfect. Perfect continuous. Now look at the chart. These are the tense forms of verb tenses. First, present. In present tense, we have the four forms of present simple, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Past tense, it has also four forms: past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous. And the future. In this future also four forms: future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Now let us see each and every tense forms with its usages and examples. This is the table. Here I have given all the 12 tense forms into these boxes. First, in the left hand side vertical, present, past and future. And in the horizontal, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. I have given clearly the, the structures with examples of each and every tense. Next, let us see the first tense form, present simple tense. Look at the structures. Subject, of course, the sentence begins with the subject, and V1 means present simple verb plus object. Next, subject, V1 or yes or es form plus object. Next structure is subject, am, is, are plus complement. The last one is subject plus as or have plus object. Here, the first structure, we use the simple present verbs V1 forms along with objects. In the same manner, if the subject is third person singular, say for an example, he, she, it, any singular name. If it comes as a subject in a sentence, then the verb takes yes or es form. Say for an example, I write a poem. Here I is the first person, as as you have already learnt about the persons and numbers. Persons, first person, second person, and third person. Numbers, singular, plural. First person, I and we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, they. So here, the third person singular, he writes a poem. In the first sentence, I write a poem. Here, the subject is singular, but first person singular. But in the second sentence, he writes a poem. Here, he refers third person singular. Hence, the verb takes yes or es form. Look at the third one. Subject plus ham is are plus complement. Here we can also make sentence by using any one of these be verbs, to be verbs, a be form of verb. For example, I am a teacher. He is a doctor. They are students. The last one, subject has, have plus object. Here has or have denotes the possession of the subject. Possession means ownership. Say for an example, I have a bike. She has a bike. They have a bike. So here according to the number of the subject we use has or have appropriately. So these categories are classified as action verbs. The first two structures denote action verbs, and the third structure denotes the state of being or condition of the subject. And the third structure, the last one denotes the possession or ownership. Now let us see the keywords of simple present tense. We can identify simple present tense by these keywords. For example, daily, usually, every day, every week, every month, every year, regularly, etc. Next, we will see the usages. We use simple present tense to show habits. For example, I walk 2 kilometers daily. This sentence expresses habit of daily routine. Next, general truth. For example, the sun rises in the east. Permanent situations. Example, he works in Indian Army. And newspaper headlines. Man enters Mars. Commentaries. Example, he bowls from the pavilion end. Proverbs. Haste makes waste. Possessions, as I already told you in the structure. For example, I have a sister. State of being, for example, I am a teacher. And future timetables, for example, the Prime Minister visits Chennai next week. So, in the last usage, we can use simple present tense to show the future timetables, future schedules. Here, the Prime Minister visits Chennai next week. The word next week shows the future time, but here we use simple present tense because it is a schedule, a shows to future time. I once again revise all the usages. We use simple present tense for habits, general truth or scientific fact, permanent situations, newspaper headlines, commentaries, proverbs, possessions, state of being, and future timetables. Next, we will move on to the simple past tense. Before that, let us see how simple present tense is used in different sentences. In this schedule, first look at the affirmative sentence. Affirmative means nothing, an ordinary information or statement sentences. Here we have two verb forms. First one, to be verbs. To be verbs, as I already told you, to be means the be form of verbs and main verb. First, be form of verb. Subject plus am, is, are. For example, I am a teacher, he is a doctor, we are Indians. In the same category, the main verb is used in affirmative sentences. Subject plus V1, yes or yes. For example, I learn English grammar. He learns English grammar. We learn English grammar. Next, negative sentences. In negative sentence, we use not, the word not, along with the verbs. First one, to be form. Subject plus am, is, are plus not. For example, I am not a teacher. He is not a fool. We are not lazy. And in main verbs, subject do or does plus not plus V1 form. Here in action verbs, we cannot add directly the word not to the action verbs. Instead, we use do or does along with the V1 form. For example, I don't learn English grammar. He does not learn English grammar. We do not learn English grammar. So according to the number of the subject, we use the words. Does is meant for the third person singular. The remaining subjects will take do. The last sentence is interrogative sentence. In interrogative means question sentence. In question sentence, there are two types of questions. First one, WH question and yes or no question. So here I have given yes or no question. How to frame yes or no WH question and yes or no type question. Here let us see how to frame yes or no question types. In this question type, it is very easy to form. The only thing is we have to begin the sentence with the auxiliary verb at the beginning. Say for an example, for to be forms, that means be form of verbs. Let us see the example. Am I a teacher? Here in the first example, I am a teacher. The same sentence is translated into question sentence. Am I a teacher? Are you an Indian? Is he a doctor? And in the main verbs, we use the same do or does verbs at the beginning. For example, do you learn English grammar? Does he learn English grammar? So these are called interrogative yes or no type questions. Okay students, with this I wind up this class and we will see the remaining tenses in the upcoming videos. Thank you. Have a good day.